Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Daily Astro Show. My name is Meg Moonbeam, and we're streaming here live on the Meg Moonbeam and Beyond Mystic YouTube, Rumble, and X channels. I think Rumble is still working. Hopefully, it's still working. I see some Rumble comments in the live chat. Hope everybody's doing well. I've got a little bit of keto brain because I'm doing a cleanse at the moment, you guys. So I'm feeling one moment really grounded and good. And then the other moment, I'm feeling like hungry and a little bit lightheaded, but it's all good. I'm working with the energy of our recent full moon in Scorpio that was exactly conjunct my natal Pluto to do some real deal cleansing work. So let me know in the comments if anybody else is doing any sort of cleanse right now. What are the cleanses that you like to do? Hello, Sharon. Nice to see you. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day, you guys. Sister Nobody says, LOL, keto brain is a thing. It is totally a thing, but it's really, really interesting. Everybody's different. But for me, after a few days of going through the keto, I feel really clear headed. But it's just the first few days, you're a little bit on edge. But I'm happy to be here with all of you. We're going to get into our astrology horoscope for Wednesday, May 14th, going into Thursday, May 15th. And before we get into the astrology, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to the Meg Moonbeam and Beyond Mystic YouTube, Rumble, and X channels. If you'd like to have a personal astrology reading with me, those are available over at consultations.beyondmystic.net. We've got a lot of amazing different reading options available there. Description is the link is in the description box below. And also over at Ascension Organites, Carla has available new Beyond Mystic and Sending Raven special edition natural candle set. So really cool new offering over there. You can use code Beyond Mystic, all in one word, to get 10% off on those new candles. So, yeah, how's everybody doing? Oh, Sharon says doing a cleanse right now too and feeling it. Interesting. That's awesome. K Mills says, totally understand. On day 15 of OMAD carnivore, had keto flu for 3 days, but now feeling amazing. Yeah, it's so interesting, isn't it, you guys, how our bodies, also like our physical bodies, emotional bodies, mental bodies, and spiritual bodies really trip out. They really trip out when we try to reframe the program, right? When we try to do things in a really different, drastic way, there can be resistance that comes up. But it's so powerful when we work through the resistance. We literally create new habits for ourselves. We literally shift timelines, which is a really, really powerful practice. To surrender to the resistance, to surrender to the uncomfort, whether it's a physical cleanse, whether it's doing emotional, mental, spiritual healing work. Therapy is so powerful for us to work on ourselves. So we're still, today is kind of like the last full day that we're in the portal of the recent full moon in Scorpio. As we come into today, we can be in a little bit of a full moon in Scorpio hangover. Okay, we've been in that, I think, ever since the full moon happened. And I'm curious to hear from you guys. I have been seeing some of your comments in the chat the past few days and even past week, how this full moon has been affecting you. Let me know how it's come up for you. I'm curious to hear from you guys in the live chat and the replay comments. Stephanie says the full moon has highlighted and suppressed sexuality and feelings of shame about expressing myself. Sacral chakra Kundalini practice has been so healing. Oh my gosh, good for you, Stephanie. That's amazing that that's been coming up for you. And yeah, of course, Scorpio is the sign that rules sex, sexuality, shame. One of the signs that is connected to our sacral chakra. So that is so powerful. I've personally been having, and I think I said this the other day, been becoming really acutely aware of like my personal ways that I do self-sabotage and where I'm allowing like certain toxic things that don't serve me anymore in life. And this full moon in Scorpio has just been honing that in for me, showing me where I really need to work on that. So not super fun, but I'm grateful for that for sure. Kaza says, "Wow, I find it so hard to sleep on a full moon." Yes, our sleep can definitely be disrupted. I have the same thing. I find it harder to sleep when there is a full moon. I think it'll be, well, actually, no. I was going to say I think it'll be easier to sleep. Actually, no. This is a week where we can have some sleep issues with the medical astrology since we're just coming out of that intense full moon in Scorpio. And also on the 17th, which is 15, 16, on Saturday, May 17th, we're going to have exact Sun conjunct Uranus. Okay, so I'll talk about that more in depth in Friday's Daily Astro Show for on the weekend, but we'll talk about that a little bit today. Uranus, of course, rules our nervous system, one of the placements that has to do with the electric circuitry of our body and our life force. So with Sun conjunct Uranus, that can bring hypertension, that can bring nervousness. We can already be feeling that already. Wednesday going into Thursday, we've got that Sun conjunct Uranus within a 3-degree orb. We've got the moon in Sagittarius at the moment, making a trine today to Mars, which is really nice. This can be a good day to get some things done that we need to get done, put our action and energy into places that can be rewarded. And, Sagittarius, the moon in Sagittarius is definitely a lighter place for the moon to be. We can be emotionally feeling the need to be philosophical, more spiritual, expanding our perspective. It's beautiful when the moon is in Sagittarius for us to be having in depth conversations, reflections, learning, meditation, and prayer. Sister Novity says, I liked Meg's questions of where do I feel empowered? Where do I feel disempowered? Where have I given my power away? And how do I call it back? Yeah, I forget what video that was, Sister Nobody, where I suggested that to anyone who would like to take that. That's how I was personally working with this recent full moon, asking myself some of those reflective questions. So yeah, the moon is no longer in Scorpio. Today going into tomorrow, we've got that moon in Sagittarius today in a nice trine to Mars. Tomorrow, it is going to ingress into the sign of Capricorn later on in the day, which of course is the detriment position of the moon. Moon is not very comfortable in the sign of Capricorn. I was born with moon in Capricorn, so shout out to all my fellow moon and Capricorns. But I feel like Wednesday, Thursday, even going into Friday, with us having the moon in Sag, trine Mars, and then the moon moving into Capricorn. And on Thursday, we're going to have exact Sun sextile the North Node. I think this is a really powerful next few days where we're coming out of the recent full moon in Scorpio. We've probably had some realizations. We've likely had some shadow work coming up, and we can be feeling like moving forward, putting our action into focus. So I'm feeling intuitively like it's a good few days to be getting some things done that we've maybe been holding off, or there can be new ideas, new concepts coming forward. Linda, yeah, moon and Capricorn here. Yeah, shout out to all my fellow moon and Capricorns. Yeah, so it's a beautiful aspect on Thursday, exact Sun 25 degrees of Taurus in sextile to the North Node, 25 degrees of Pisces. This is one of the most magical astrological aspects, Sun in sextile to the North Node. The North Node, of course, is our higher focus, our higher destiny, what's in alignment for us to be focusing on and embracing during the current nodal transit. So that North Node in Pisces is all about surrendering to the divine, surrendering to spirituality, connecting to our higher selves, connecting to, I'm hearing spirit say, the oversoul, the cosmic consciousness, the higher perspectives, really embracing spirituality, creativity, and healing on very deep levels, so we can be having insights about those areas of life for ourselves personally and in the collective today going into tomorrow, specifically on Thursday when it is exact. And, sextile aspects are about opportunities. Okay. Sextiles are opportunities where, the North Node is very auspicious. The sun is our most important heavenly body. It's our life force and our consciousness. I want you guys to pay attention over the next few days, in particular Thursday when it's exact, to signs, synchronicities, your dreams, the themes that are coming up at this time. Okay, you guys, because there can be very powerful cosmic realizations and insights and magic and synchronicities that can be coming up, showing us what's in alignment, maybe reiterating some of the themes that we worked with the full moon in Scorpio that we just had this past Monday. And there can be breakthroughs in our personal lives and in the collective in those Taurus and Piscean ruled areas with the sun in Taurus sextile North Node in Pisces. I said some of those things that Pisces rules, also the medical system. Taurus is about our values, our self-worth, foundation, food, money, the pleasures and enjoyments of life. So I think we can be feeling pretty good on Thursday and feeling like we're coming out of the hump, we're coming out of the shadows of the full moon in Scorpio. So let me know how you guys are feeling with the energies. Also want you to be mindful of this sun conjunct Uranus that is going to be exact Saturday, May 17th, but it is within a 3-degree orb as of today. So of course, Uranus can be shocks, surprises, weirdness. Okay, so we're likely to have in the collective some very shocking events. This is a sun conjunct Uranus in the sign of Taurus. Taurus, of course, rules the earth. So I don't want there to be any natural disasters, but just saying astrologically, we're probably going to be seeing some really weird, possibly intense weather events, earth shifts happening this week. In particular, that will be exact on Saturday. So watch out for that. And when that sun conjunct Uranus is exact in Taurus, it'll be at 27 degrees, which is a Gemini degree. So Gemini has to do with, our communication, information, friends, siblings, local community, short distance traveling, our day-to-day life, right? So Gemini, ruled by the planet Mercury, actually rules a lot of different areas of life. It's our day to day, it's our local community and scene. So it can be feeling like, as we're coming into this exact sun conjunct Uranus, things may be feeling a little weird, a little trippy. You may be noticing people acting a little weird. But the weirdness is good because part of this Uranus and Taurus transit that we've been in since 2018, even though it's been very uncomfortable and destabilizing, is it's shifting us out of the old world, out of the old patterns into new ways of doing things and innovation and the age of Aquarius future that we are stepping into. Linda says money system too, right? For Taurus, that's right. Money, finances. So there can be some shifts, shocks having to do with that. I'm not a financial advisor, but I wouldn't make any really big financial decisions with a sun conjunct Uranus aspects because something could change in the markets kind of out of left field. So being mindful of that. And let's pull some tarot cards, see what's our guidance from the universe with the tarot cards for Wednesday going into Thursday with our current astrological transits that we have. I'm feeling relieved. I've got the keto brain. Okay, I'm acting a little bit nuts right now. Yenzi is holding his breath around me since I started keto, my husband. But I actually do feel like a lightness since we've passed through the full moon in Scorpio. It's subtle. There is a lot of intensity. There were a lot of secrets revealed, but there's this subtle, it feels like energetic gateway that we've crossed through, a threshold. Scorpio does rule thresholds. So let me know if you guys feel that, if you felt like you had any big breakthroughs with this full moon. And let's see what messages we have from the universe, from the tarot. Oh my gosh, this King of Swords, High Priestess, and the Five of Swords. Okay, interesting. 2 swords cards with the High Priestess. Okay, I haven't gotten the High Priestess recently. It was funny because I was thinking about the High Priestess earlier today before I went live. The High Priestess is very mysterious. She's very magical. She's very intuitive. And the high priestess is connected to the higher realms and the subtle energies. And I feel like this is a very powerful ally for us to be having while we're in the energy of this sun sextile north node, which is going to be exact on Thursday. Like there's magic in the air. I feel the high priestess saying, there is magic in the air. Pay attention. Pay attention to the animals showing up. Pay attention to the elements around you. Pay attention to the synchronicities. Pay attention to your intuitive feelings and the themes that are coming up. She says, trust your own counsel first, right? Change, fluctuation, wisdom, sound judgment, common sense, awareness, intuition. So we're becoming over the next couple days even stronger. There's an opportunity. Remember, Sun sextile North Node, it's an opportunity for us to get even more strengthened in our own intuition and the magic of life. I absolutely love that. We've also got the King of Swords, who I've been getting quite a bit recently. This King of Swords popping in. He says, think things through from all perspectives. Precision, articulate, truthful, cautious, design and plans, controlled but determined. This makes me feel like we can actually, and I said this earlier, it feels like we can get a lot done in the next few days, being very mindful where you put your thoughts, mindful where your intentions are at this time, mindful with your written word as well. We can be getting huge clarity. And I love that word precision. Precision of focus, where we should be focusing our energies, can be coming up through some of the signs and synchronicities. And we've also got the Five of Swords, okay, which that one's also been coming up quite a bit too. It's interesting how, like, there's usually cards that come up more so at a certain time than other cards. Five of Swords is a card of conflict, okay, aggression, argument. The affirmation there says sometimes the victory is not worth the price. It's interesting. I was talking to a lovely client earlier today about when there's an opportunity for conflict coming up in our lives at this time, particularly around people that may not be on the same page as us. Usually, it's not worth the fight, okay? And I'm feeling Spirit say with this Sun conjunct Uranus aspect that we have exact on Saturday, Uranus is the activator. Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius, the dispositor of Pluto Aquarius, the age of Aquarius ruler, right? When we have major aspects with Uranus, we are being activated. So there may be, yes, Sister Nobody, pick your battles, totally. You may notice some people triggered by your energy over the next couple days, wanting to bring you into a conflict. And it's important for us to brush that off at this time. Okay. So brush off the conflicts. And sometimes in life, we do need to have a conflict and we do need to really stand our ground and it does need to get intense, but it's feeling like with the King of Swords and the High Priestess and the Five of Swords coming together, being like, look at these two. These two are very powerful getting these two cards together, right? They're both super empowered. Sorry, you guys, it's not closing in. Can it close in? There we go. Look at those two together. Higher aspect of the masculine, higher aspect of the feminine. There's balance coming forward from us paying attention to the magic of life and what's going to come up with the Sun sextile North Node, the magical opportunities. And also, I'm hearing Spirit say, brush off the conflict. Don't take it so seriously. Align with the High Priestess, align with the King of Swords, brush off what is not yours, brush off other people's frustration, aggression, argumentativeness. Okay. CeeLo Joe says, feels like people are looking for conflict lately. Yeah. And it's interesting because that aggression or that need for conflict over and over again, that is an energy that is wanting to be fed. So if there's someone playing that out in our lives, they have some sort of like energy attachment or something where it's aggression wanting to be fed. So just starve it, right? If someone's trying to be conflictual with you or they're being triggered by you, and not being super nice because of that activating energies we've got, just brush it off. Don't take it personally. Okay. Uh, yeah, you guys are resonating in the comments. Traditional Girl says, I did that today. I let a situation go that could have been just not worth the energy. Yeah, it's like, unless we absolutely have to, yeah, Stephanie, don't react to aggression. We're already holding so much space at this time. We're already processing so much. The last we need is to feed unnecessary. Oh my gosh. You guys, I always like to pull a bonus card. This dude, this freaking 10 of wands, I've been pulling this guy like almost every single freaking day. We have been getting this guy almost every almost every single day, either in my videos or when I do my personal card readings. This 10 of wands keeps coming up. Yeah, Prometheus, Mr. Burden. There's always another way of doing something. So this is the burden card. It's like letting go of the burdens that are heavy. And one of those burdens, I feel like the 10 of wands is reaffirming other people's anger, other people's self-creating problems, not your burden. Not your burden. Okay? If you're someone that happens to be surrounded by a lot of people that are not like-minded to you, and that's making you feel uncomfortable, and maybe they're projecting weird stuff onto you, not your problem, not your burden. Again, I'm hearing brush it off. What are your personal burdens that you need to brush off? And are you holding other people's, others, you guys, keto brain, I'm sorry, others' burdens for them? Yes, he is talking to us. The 10 of wands is talking to us, right? Let go of excess burdens. And Ashal and I have both been getting the same message in our shows and readings around the need for rest at this time and not over forcing things. Yes, I feel it's a good next couple days to get some things done, but make time for rest. Like, don't overburden yourself, right? Don't write a list of 100 things to do in 2 days, right? Like, that's too much. That's the 10 of wands. We've been carrying a heavy load and we're releasing major burdens. Oh my God. See, first thing that came to mind, not my diaper. Oh my God. That's a funny way of looking at it. Maybe I'll just say that next time somebody triggers me. Not my diaper. It's kind of gross, but that's funny. Okay. Thank you guys so much for joining me. So, just to reiterate, it's not a heavy energy today going into tomorrow. It's a trippy energy and it's activating us. Sun sextile North Node, Sun conjunct Uranus, but some people will get triggered by that. So don't take on the triggers, don't take on the burdens of others. That may be our little challenge, our little test. Want to share with you guys that my husband Jens is going to be hosting this discernment workshop over on the Beyond Mystic Academy live on Sunday, May 18th at 1 p.m. Eastern. If you'd like to sign up, you can go check that out at the link below, beyondmystic.academy. And you can use code MIND10, all in one word, to get 10% off. I'm very excited to be taking part in the workshop. Discernment is something very important during these times. And yeah, replay is available if you can't join in live. And what have we got going on? Over on the Beyond Mystic channel, we have the new Wi-Fi with JC and Janine at 3 p.m. on the IAP, as well as, of course, the weekly Beyond the News over at the IAP at 8. And Jens will be doing his Expanding Consciousness show on the Beyond Mystic Rumble and X channels at 5 p.m. I love you all so, so much. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to the Meg Moonbeam and Beyond Mystic channels. And I'll see you all on Friday for our next Daily Astro Show. Bye, everybody.